on the stream. Like I said, if you guys want to join me on my main page, it's Bosco Mitchell. Kobe's not a top five Laker. That's harsh right there. That's harsh right there. Kobe not a top five Laker. That's interesting. Now using you. Anybody else agree with that? Is Kobe not a top five Laker? I think that's kind of, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. Would you guys say Kobe the top five Laker or not? Let me know your thoughts about that. A lot of people, that's what somebody just said in the chat here on TikTok. So YouTube, for you guys watching on YouTube and Twitch, is Kobe a top five Laker? I mean, to me, I think that's blasphemy. You know, I think that's kind of blasphemy a little bit to say that. But everybody's opinion is their opinion. But how could Kobe not be a top five Laker? Anthony, what's good? I don't know if you're still here in the stream, bro. Shout out to you, man. Hopefully everything's been good with you. Hopefully everything's okay. You know, um, we're just chilling out for the most part, man. It's been a minute since I've been live here on YouTube. In a minute, man. Uh, just been busy, just doing some things, moving around, doing some things. Everybody got life happening, as I do too. You know, so that's just what it's been, man. We got some shoes to talk about, some recent pickups. Um, Let me know what you guys think about shoes that's on its way dropping because there's definitely a lot more heat on the way. The Jaw threes have definitely been what's the opposite of a disappointment? Because it's definitely been on point. I like what they've been doing with these Jaw threes. Definitely a solid shoe for sure. Um, Let me see. Gotta take these things off real quick. Shout out to everybody here still chilling out on the stream. I'm removing things from the products because it's just gonna be about chilling right now and talking about multiple things. And I'm not gonna get any violations over here by not talking about the product still, because you can get a violation for not talking about stuff. And I'm not here to continue to do that. I just wanted to come on here for a little bit and chop it over with the people on the platforms, man. Got one thing charging here, got one thing charging there. I think I can unplug this stuff so the battery can run on itself right now. Yeah, so Von Dutch Trucker hat, definitely solid on the TikTok shop as well. In case you guys are interested in it, the Von Dutch bag, that's also available there on the TikTok shop. But right now, if you guys want to just check out the showcase on my page, you guys can do that as well. Thousand is get yourself that laptop. All the things I talked about that was here at first is now available on the showcase on my page. So that's what you guys can do if you want to still check out what's there. Go ahead and check out the showcase on the page. But yeah, man, out of here. So let me just take it all off. I don't know what I'm doing. Went spontaneously live on YouTube. Haven't been live on the channel in a minute. Trying to wake up the live bugs. I will be going live a lot more. So before you're gonna get in the flow, I just wanna break it in just a little bit, just a tad bit. You know what I mean? POV kilos in my pocket. Yeah, somebody said Kobe's not a top five Laker. That's kind of hard to believe that. But everybody's opinion is their opinion. But I just couldn't see that for myself. You know what I mean? That's not my opinion. That's the opinion of somebody else's. Somebody else in the chat over here on TikTok. LeBron, Alex Caruso, D'Angelo Russell, Bobo. He's not even a Laker. He's not even a Laker. That's hilarious. You're a funny guy, man. Funny guy, dude. Funny guy. Um. So yeah, man. Today was a interesting day. Went across a few stores. I do like retail arbitrage too a little bit. Found some good things in store for the low that can sell like on Amazon. I know a lot of people think the resale game is kind of like perish, so to speak, but it really depends on what you're going after and what platforms you're using because there's still a lot of wiggle room out there to find some things to sell, and I just got a lot more opportunities and stuff that have been in my way or available now. So I just try to take advantage of what I'm doing and have not everything in one basket. You don't ever want to have all your eggs in one basket. Um, you have to kind of pivot some time and move around and do some things, which is what I've done as far as like just making other opportunities available to me and open just so that way I'm not pigeonholed to one place. 'Cause when we were just on YouTube only, that was not the best thing for me. And then as we got to TikTok, I kind of abandoned my YouTube mainly a little bit just because the way things were going for me on TikTok just made a lot of sense. And it's still that way, but now that we have built some leverage, it's time to leverage that and make sure the garden is good, bro. Make sure the garden is good. Um, so that's where we're kind of at right now with it. Back in the groove of things, right before 2K, right before we do the 2K streams on the gaming channel. And there's always been shoes dropping all season long. What's good? Welcome to the stream, Dot, whoever that was. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what comes up, what happens these next few weeks and months. The news channel, getting back to that a little bit more. I put out a video on that page about the Jaw 2s and all the different things available with that shoe. Uh, but this first Jaw 2 was definitely impressive. If you guys haven't seen the box, if you're on YouTube, you definitely seen the box. The Jaw 3, actually, I said Jaw 2. Jaw 3, um, the light up colorway. I think that's what this one is called. I like the box, and one thing I was curious about was if the box was going to be the same for all of the jaws, and I think it is going to be the same box. And I got to switch it up per shoe. I think the only person that really did that was like Kyrie or one of the past Kyries. I forgot which number it was, where the boxes were kind of different for the different releases. But yeah, Jaw 3, definitely fire. One of the best colorways for the personal, not for sale. This one right here is definitely a solid looking shoe that came with the white laces. We talked about these on YouTube, a little bit on TikTok as well. Definitely a clean shoe. I think the Jaw 3 is by far his best silhouette. Just the makeup of it, the technology with it, and just the overall look of the shoe. I think this thing right here is actually super clean. Let me know if anybody watching did pick up a pair of the Jaw 3 or if you're looking forward to picking up a Jaw 3 in the future because there's a lot of good colorways on the way. There's actually a Slam magazine out right now or on the way. I think usually drop on Thursday, the magazine. So it's him with the cut on the cover with a bunch of different colorways of the Jaw 3. And most of those look pretty dope, man. Once you get them in hand, of course, they're gonna look better or worse, really depends. But these came with extra laces too. We kind of did the switcheroo on that. So you can kind of do what you want to do with that if you're into lace swapping. This is the lace that came, which kind of matches the jersey colors that they do wear. This color is not really featured on the shoe at all, which kind of threw me off. But this is also what's on the actual jerseys that they wear. That same color, like greenish turquoise, if you will. But the technology on this thing is dope. I love the texture of the upper. Some people say, I've asked about what collaboration should they do, and a collaboration with Jurassic Park is what people have been saying. They do have a green colorway that looks pretty sick too. That green colorway looks pretty solid. It's like a Grinch colorway, um, but people say that looks like dinosaur vibes too. I don't know, but yeah, the Jaws have definitely been on point. The Jaw threes, like I said, his best shoe so far. I don't know, they definitely upgraded from the previous model, which is what you want. You want the models to be better than the previous one. You know what I'm saying? These are now in store, in case you're looking for them. Not a lot of stores have them, but some stores do. And sizing is not that crazy available, but maybe there will be restocks. When I went to Nike, small sizes available. But if you go to like some other Foot Lockers and stuff like that, you might be able to find more sizes available. But 13s and 12s, a lot of those have been gone because usually with the Jaws you have to kind of go up a size or a half a size because they're really snug around the toe box. But this is definitely a solid shoe. I love the texture on the outsole. Definitely a clean shoe for sure. And yeah, the Jaw 3, I think it's the light up colorway. The pink colorway comes out, I think. Oh wow, tomorrow. I think the release date for the pink one is tomorrow on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken. Usually shoes drop on Saturday, sometimes Friday. That actual release had been pushed back. Because I first heard the pink colorway was supposed to drop on the 15th of this month, but then they pushed it back for whatever reason. Definitely a solid shoe for real. I'm very curious to see what colorways will release that we have yet to see. But the alternate laces is kind of the way to go, in my opinion. That's what I kind of think. But everybody's opinion is different, you know. Big shout out to everybody watching on the platforms. We got 2 TikTok pages going, as well as YouTube and Twitch. Actually, got somebody watching on Twitch. Big shout out to that. I do appreciate you. So yeah, going around different stores, seeing what was available. There's some things out there too. Marshalls, Ross, and Burlington have definitely been on fire. One thing that I encourage people, I've always encouraged people and told them it's important to, sometimes if you're going out there for new shoes for yourself or somebody else in the family, you know, of course, there's a great TikTok shop available. But if you want to go inside of a store and grab something, those Burlingtons, Marshalls, and Rosses are on fire. You would definitely be surprised by the things you guys see in these stores right now. I've been pleasantly surprised. A lot of people I know have been pleasantly surprised. I got a Discord as well, and the people in the Discord have definitely been on fire with what they've been coming across for sure. You know, yeah, definitely been on point. A lot of good things available. You can be selective with the shoes you want. It really just depends on what you're looking for. One thing that I like about the TikTok shop though is the fact that you can get a lot of good markdowns. Some shoes are already on sale, and then you have the opportunity of adding the TikTok shop coupons. Some listings have the free shipping available. So there's a lot of benefits of shopping on a TikTok shop as well. Plus, you also don't have to leave your home. And I know not everybody's like that, but a lot of people are. Sometimes you want to be able, you want convenience, and that's one thing that the shop does provide you is convenience for sure. You know, so yeah, that's something to consider for sure. If you're somebody who's about convenience, then the shop might be the opportunity for you in case you don't want to leave. Also, people watching on YouTube, I try to include more. What was that? I will also include more links in the videos so you guys can have the opportunity to grab the stuff there straight from the videos as well. The videos that I make, the shorts that I make, I will include more links so you guys can check that stuff out too. Um, yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. You know, what can you guys say has been like what has the pickups been for you guys? Have you guys found anything that was really intriguing that you had to have or that you picked up? You know, not surprising, but the French Blue 12s are just sitting in stores, you know. But one thing I say also, as that's the case, right? French Blue sitting in stores. Um, but it will be a minute before they go on sale. And on the TikTok shop, as they do become available, sometimes they drop on sale, or you have those coupons to drop it lower as well too. So it's really good benefits all over the place. It really just depends on how you want to play it for your own, you know, your own thing. You know what I mean? So with the smoke 23, what's good, man? What is good, bro? Thanks for coming by the stream. Last minute stream, low key. Just decided I had the urge to kind of go live tonight. So I said, let's go live on YouTube, let's go live on Twitch, let's go live on TikTok all at the same time. So it's pretty dope watching the chat. We got a good amount of people here on TikTok, a few people here on YouTube. So I understand. I appreciate you coming through. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, man, just been grinding. What's your most recent pickup? If you wanna share with me, and I'll share with the people. Um, Yeah, it's been a lot of things going on, bro. A lot of things going on, a lot of good pickups too. Another thing that we talked about on YouTube, I think I might have shared this on TikTok also. You know, you got the orange box, which is something that you can always bank. It's gonna be something kind of crazy. It's not a Nike dunk though, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But this right here was super clean, bro. These right here, not for sale, personal pair. These right here were crazy. This is the Air Max 1, Air Max 90 um Thunderstorm. This blue tone is crazy. I love this blue tone. The material or texture of the upper looks crazy. Reminds me of a few other Air Maxes they had back in the day. The outsoles do glow in the dark too, which is also pretty clean. Not mad at these at all. Once they become available, once there's links available, I definitely will make content to let you know so you guys can scoop them up for yourself because these haven't been everywhere. I've been to a couple of different stores, haven't seen them anywhere but a Nike and one only. So I'm pretty sure more will definitely pop out there pretty soon, you know. But just right now, not many locations have them. But the Air Max 90 Thunder is definitely a clean colorway on the Air Max 90 for sure. Got all my cameras moving around. Hold on. Got these things propped up certain ways, and the rigs are kind of moving around a little bit. So let me tighten them up so they don't move. Okay. And this one, you're here too. Gotta get you kind of propped up together. Let me see something. With okay. Yeah, Air Max 90, Air Max 90 Thunderstorm. This blue tone is crazy. I'm looking forward to wearing these. I'm not sure when I'm gonna break them out, but I do like them for sure. Glad that I was able to find them in my size 13 because that kind of goes pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? Those Air Max 95s are gonna be dope. I don't even want to butcher that. The Joey's, those. Somebody was just talking to me about that today when I went to JD Sports. They were saying that they might be having them. He's like, yeah, they're gonna have a good amount of them too. So that's dope to see that, you know. But Air Max 90s are comfortable shoe. I just never really like I've saw them before. I think I had a pair maybe years ago. But since I've been collecting shoes recently in the last few years, I hadn't really bought any Air Max 90s. But this was just a colorway that I couldn't really pass up. I liked it a lot. So I had to add it to my personal collection. The texture on this is crazy. The way it looks like a marble. I don't know. I don't know if you say marbleized, but this is a fire colorway on this Air Max 90 for sure. Added it to collection. Not too many more shoes will be adding to my collection. I think I got a few out there. I want like the Gamma 11s. I'm not really sure how many other ones out there. I've been doing pretty well this year as far as my own personal pickups. I did pick up some things, but not a lot of things. You know, I've been trying to put my money in other places. But you know, I'm a sneakerhead at heart, so I had to go ahead and get me some things that I've seen. You know what I mean? Speaking of JD Sports, they are opening a JD Sports outlet here in Camarillo, right in front of the Nike store. Really? Do you know when it's going to be open? Haven't been out to Camarillo outlets in a minute. Haven't been out to the outlets myself personally in a minute. Just been able to kind of find what I need at some of the retail stores. But I definitely want to get back into moving more at the outlets as well too, because I've been hearing and seeing that there's definitely been some really solid finds there. But what's crazy is the solid finds that you find at the outlet. You can find some of them finds at Ross and Burlington, which is just insane right now, bro. The social status penny twos popping up at Ross and Marshalls. Jordan ones, lows and mids popping up at Ross and Marshalls. It's insane. Burlington too. I'm definitely curious to see what the JD Sports outlet will look like in Camarillo. That's definitely got to be pretty solid for sure. You know, a lot of stores are trying to get rid of their inventory. You know, as these things are happening, people trying to find more ways to cut deals and cut prices. Eric, what is good, bro? How have you been? Thank you for stopping by the stream. Just talking about a few sneakers that we picked up recently and just other things, getting back in the groove with the live streams on this page. Haven't done it in a minute. Big shout out to everybody who comes through and says what's up for however long you're able to stay. But I had to go ahead and do this, man. This was definitely a solid Air Max 90 right here. First pair of Air Max 90s in years. This blue tone is just crazy. I love the way it looks. Had to go ahead and rock with it. Solid colorway. You have the glow in the dark feature on the outsole too. These do glow in the dark. Maybe I'll wear these to the clip show. Oh man, chilling. Just got a little remodel at where I was at before. Definitely solid though, man. Definitely solid after they fixed some stuff. You know what I mean? Took some time to get these things together, the flooring and all that type of stuff. It just took a while, you know. So yeah, definitely. But the one was what was it? The what was it? What was it? Are you talking about the new home tour? That was a vacation home out there in Coachella. Craig, what it do? How you doing, bro? What's good? Shout out to all the homies coming through. Haven't seen or talked to in a minute. Me and Craig go back and forth sharing memes on TikTok. I mean on Instagram, of course. Definitely miss you too, bro. When you come back out to the States? Anytime soon? Trying to get a passport together too to start traveling abroad. That would definitely be fire. Gotta see what the land is like there in Australia for sure. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, man, definitely been chilling out, definitely been on the grind, trying to make some things work, trying to make some things happen, sneaker content's always been the thing. I've been doing a little bit more of that on TikTok, a little bit on Instagram, but way more on TikTok because it's just been kind of treating me the way I want the social media apps to treat me. You know what I mean? But we always love YouTube and we'll continue to do the YouTube as well. Uh yeah, Craig's an OG for sure. Craig got a nice ass collection too. Eric, I've been seeing you in the Discord, been posting some good finds and some good wares on feet too. Um, Maybe Christmas time. Okay. Maybe Christmas time. Just needed that. Okay, from the doc. Oh, hopefully everything's okay, bro. Or for you, or hopefully everything's okay though, Hopefully everything's cool and that would be dope if that could happen. Looking forward to it. Gotta go catch a bite to eat at one of these restaurants I've been trying lately. One thing on the YouTube page, I definitely been trying to involve more food reviews when I'm going to different restaurants and trying different foods and different eats because there's definitely a lot of good things to eat out here as we're trying to be a little health conscious as well too. But it's definitely good to check out some different restaurants and definitely good places to eat because I don't want to just keep eating at the same spot. And I definitely don't want to eat fast food and stuff, even though some might consider restaurants as that, but not so much. The Kobe release this weekend, I think it's gonna be pretty insane. Um, if I can get my hands on them, maybe. I'm not really tripping though. If you need help, let me know. I got a few people out there that, if you need help grabbing some shoes, I can use my size to get your size or what have you. But I'm being very selective. Now, this wasn't a shoe on my radar at all. This Air Max 90 was not a shoe on my radar at all. I saw it, it was an impulse buy. I really like it. They have my size 13, so I picked it up. But I don't know, man. It's just like they're throwing out so many shoes back to back to back, but that's a great thing because now everybody can be a little selective and kind of go after what they want for themselves in their own collections, which has always been the point. When you had the resellers going out there crazy, snatching up everything, that was limiting people to get what they could get unless they wanted to pay top dollar. But with the market being so different now when it comes to resale, that element's not really there for most shoes. You might get it for some shoes. You might get it for some shoes. Some shoes still have a frenzy and people going crazy for them. You know what I'm saying? And the resales up on them. But for the most part, a lot of shoes are around and available. Personally, I didn't think the Rare Air 4s would be available like they are. Like almost every store I'm going to, Champs, Shoe Palace, Foot Lockers, you know, they have the Rare Air 4s. Fuck. Hold on one second, y'all. Got somebody over here on. Damn. have a damn neighbor that smokes on the like outside their apartment and comes into my apartment. I really hate that. It's really frustrating. It's really annoying, I should say. By the way, side note, out here in LA, be on the lookout because the mosquitoes is out here like crazy. I don't know if it's like that everywhere else, but they've been having mosquito warnings and stuff like that. And I've definitely been a victim. I've definitely been a victim. Them things is out, man. You got maybe use whatever repellent you guys can use for it. Seal up all the cracks in your screens because they are making their way in the everywhere out here in LA. At least the places I've been at, crazy. Yeah, the Kobe Tech fleece is dope. I seen that at the Grove Nike. Where did you cop the Air Maxes? Uh what's good, bro? I copped the Air Maxes from Nike the Grove. I haven't seen them on Nike.com. I don't think they were there. I've only seen them at one Nike location so far, and I haven't seen them at any stores like Foot Locker, Champs, Dick's Sporting Goods, Shoe Palace. I haven't seen them there. I think there's one in here, as a matter of fact. I tried to clap it earlier, but I think there's one in here actually. But yeah, I haven't seen them in any location besides that one location. Maybe Nike Santa Monica might have them. There's a good chance that Nike Santa Monica has them. I haven't been out there in a minute, but I went by Nike Glendale. I didn't see them there. I only saw my Nike the Grove, and then the couple malls I went to, all the sneaker stores, they didn't have this colorway. But these are definitely clean. Show them on TikTok too. We're live on a few different platforms right now: TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. So shout out to anybody watching from wherever you're watching from. Just going through some of my recent pickups, um, you know, from different places. Like some places, like Nike the Grove. Some places like uh I think I told you guys before, but I mean people on the TikTok know. I finally got me a pair of New Balance 9060s. Got them from the TikTok shop. Super clean. Not a bad shoe at all. I've seen them before plenty of times, as you might have seen them. I was very iffy on them because um, I thought they were kind of bulky. But this is my personal pair. I got it from my personal pair from the TikTok shop, of course. But definitely a clean shoe. New Balance 9060s, a really good price point. Shipping was free. If you guys are watching on TikTok, go to my showcase on my page. You guys can check it out there too. Go to my page at the top left, hit showcase, and then type in the search bar whatever shoe you want. But if you want to see these 9060s, type in 9060. All the colorways of the 9060s will pop up, and you'll guys see the best price for them. But this shoe is super clean. I like it. It is comfortable, good materials. This is a recent pickup that I got from the TikTok shop. Super clean shoe. Wasn't expecting to pick this up, but got an opportunity to do this and work with somebody to get it. So I was able to get this for a really good deal from the TikTok shop. 96 is very comfortable. I don't know if you guys have been iffy on them, but they're not heavy as they might have seemed kind of bulky and maybe heavy. They're not heavy. The materials is really good, but you have a lot of mesh also, so that way there is breathability on them as well. And then this black and gray colorway is something you can just match with anything. It does have a hint of red on the tongue and the outsole, but you don't really see the outsole, man, in the tongue. Definitely clean colorway. Another thing that was added to my collection from the TikTok shop from working with the TikTok shop. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely some solid shoes. Definitely some solid pickups recently. What you say? I have to look them up. I'm in NYC. Oh yeah. I mean, I used to have a membership where I would proxy that for people. Haven't really done that in a minute because a lot of people aren't really buying shoes like that crazy. But if you need help, man, you could DM me if you can't find them online. But I'm pretty sure they will start to pop up soon. I would wonder why they will only be on in store and not online. You know what I mean? Check your Nike.com app. Maybe they've been added since the last time I looked. Nike.com app, and then just type in Air Max 90 and just see what's available there. I don't think they're going too crazy on like Go or StockX right now. If you want to grab it from there too, most shoes don't have a lot of resale right now. What? Need to find that. Where's that? Where would I find that at? The candle. Not really familiar with that. But I definitely, what you were asking about earlier, I definitely have seen the Kobe Tech fleece, and I've seen the Kobe soccer jerseys. They got a lot of Kobe soccer jerseys out right now too, and those actually have something. People are really kind of grasping those for sure. RIP to the Mamba, man. It just sucks, man. It's crazy how many things they're throwing out with his name on it, and I feel like that's the cash grab in a sense. But it also helps people get things to represent Kobe, and I don't mind that at all. But it's just like, damn, man, everything got Kobe's name on it. From the tech fleece to the soccer jerseys to the sandals that they have now, the Kobe sandals that are like $40. Then you also have even the French blue 12s. Those are ones that Kobe debuted and wore, you know? But it's definitely good to get people something to grasp that is attached to Kobe. And in this climate where things aren't too crazy as far as resale, it gives people a chance to kind of get some Kobe memory, some Kobe, I guess, is it memorabilia or merchandise? Memorabilia would be stuff that he wore and stuff like that, right? So, things like that. So that would be cool. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of good shoes out there. A lot of good shoes out there to scoop up if you guys are just looking. And if you guys want some diversity, shout out to the TikTok shop and just my internet and people paying attention. Check Amazon for the calendar. Okay. Okay. I will check Amazon for the candle. Why do I feel, man? I swear if there's a mosquito attacking me in here, I'm gonna be upset. um got linked up, luckily Anta has been seeing Anta, as Kyrie would say, Anta, um, have been tuning in to some of the things I've been doing. So they sent me something, and that's dope because if they like what I've been doing, they like the feedback, that would be excellent because maybe I can start getting some Anta Kyries for free. But they sent me this shoe right here, which is actually pretty nice. This is called the Anta PG7. Now, when I first saw the email, I'm like, PG7, if you know about basketball shoes and Nike basketball shoes, the Nike PG7. Wait, did they come out with a 7 or did they only go up to a 6? I forgot. Nonetheless, when I first heard about the shoe, I thought of the PG. Personal pair, not for sale. This is just something I was able to get myself. I was seated these from Anta. Now, this shoe is a really good runner. This midsole cushion, I don't know if I could even really do it justice. There's so much give, but also so much support. I actually wore these for the first time today to really get these a full ride, like a full wear. I did like 8,000 steps in them today. Feels like you walking on some pillows. Very, very comfortable shoe. Never really seen them before because I wasn't really in tune with the Anka running shoes and lifestyle shoes besides Kyrie's LA, as well as the Kyrie, the Anta Kai One and Kai One Speed. Wasn't really tapped into too many of their regular shoes, but these are definitely solid, man. The colorway and just that midsole. You guys can see how thick the midsole is, and it has so much cushioning on that midsole too. So you got a lot of wiggle room there as far as comfortability. The cushion is crazy. I definitely have videos on Instagram and TikTok, but I will do a review on YouTube and probably more of an in-depth review on TikTok as well. I mean, on all the platforms, like with me having them on feet and just giving you guys my overall experience, even though I'm doing it right now. These right here have so much cushioning on that. This is crazy. It's soft, like it's soft as far as the feel, but it's also firm. So it's not like your feet go to the bottom. Like you got a lot of cushioning to work with. I think it gives you a little height, maybe a little bit of height because of how thick that midsole is. But I'm telling you, this thing right here is phenomenal. The Anta PG7 comes in like 3 different colorways. When I get some links that I can share with you guys, I definitely will do that on all the platforms in case you guys want this. This colorway is not bad. It's a great upper with like a navy blue midsole, but they did have an all white colorway. They did have I don't want to block my face, but they did have a all white colorway. They did have a triple black colorway, and they also have this navy blue or this gray and navy blue color tone. I'm pretty sure more colorways will come out. Resale price point, that's something I'm not sure about. I didn't, I didn't pay. Like shit. I think they were like 150. Yeah, the box doesn't say. Yeah, the box doesn't say, but nonetheless, pretty solid. Um, they're on the website. I think they're 150 on the Anta website. In case you guys were interested in looking at this or looking into it, you guys can get more details on the specs of it. But this is crazy. You see how much you can flex that shoe? It's all mesh upper with some reinforced TPU on the toe box. You got the Anta logo, very subtle on the side. Probably can't see it in this lighting, but like I said, I will make some content on this so you guys can get more in depth. Here's the back heel of the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Medial side of the shoe. I'm gonna go like this for the medial side. Definitely solid, man. Definitely a solid shoe for sure. The Anta PG7. Like I said, man, I was like PG7. Paul George is with Anta now, like Kyrie. But no, they got their own version. It says PG7 right there on the front. Right there on the front, showing us on three. I got three cameras in front of me right now, so I'm trying to make sure everybody can see what they're trying to see. Outsole, outsole is very solid too. Like I said, I went if it wasn't 10,000, it was like 9,500. I went on a lot of steps today in these to kind of give them a good review. They were a true to size fit for me. I'm a 13. They have 13s too. I think they go up to like a 15, if I'm not mistaken, for people who wear bigger sizes. I get that question a lot. So this is a shoe that definitely have bigger sizes. Anta kind of pays attention to that, which is cool. Cause you know, a lot of shoes don't be going so high. Charles Granger, shout out to you, bro. Late night session from Chicago. I definitely see myself going out there pretty soon, actually. I might be going out there late October. Is there okay, perfect. You're from Chicago. Let me know. Um, is there like sneaker stores downtown Chicago? I believe there is, right? What sneaker stores are downtown Chicago? Because that would be perfect for me to just stay downtown. I could do my content downtown, and then we got a couple people we're gonna visit out there. But yeah, let me know. Let me know, Charles, if you're still here in the stream. Is there a Jumpman or a Nike or something like that in Chicago? Let me know. Because if I have to, if it's not, then I don't know if I'm gonna stay downtown. But I kind of have my mind set on downtown because there's a place I want to stay there. But if there's not, then I have to move go somewhere else. You know what I mean? But yeah, these are pretty solid. Definitely a nice runner. If you guys are looking for a different type of runner, yes, sir. Nike, Adidas, and more. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, downtown Chicago is definitely where I will be. I don't see myself going too much out of downtown, maybe for a couple restaurants, but I'm definitely not trying to go to no hood like that. I mean, not like that, but I don't know nobody who live in the hood out there. So I ain't trying to go nowhere where I don't know nothing about. But downtown, I know they got great restaurants. I definitely want to get some of that deep dish pizza. I'm gonna wait a little while on eating pizza out here. I won't eat pizza too much out here just so I can get some of that deep dish pizza. I've had it one time out there. There's actually a restaurant in Chicago. Maybe you know the name of it. I forgot the name of it. I would have to ask my girl. But there's a restaurant out there that will actually overnight you a pizza to wherever you are. I had a pizza overnight to me one time from Chicago. It got here the next day, frozen. I just had to thaw it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm just like I don't know nothing out there, so I don't know how far I'll be trying to. I'm not trying to go sightseeing, but I definitely would like to see something if I knew somebody out there. Maybe, you know, a park or a hoop place people go hoop at. I mean, if I can hoop by then, you know what I mean. I've been hitting the gym and trying to get the cardio, get the stretching in, and all that stuff to get my limbs back right. My knee be acting kind of funny sometimes, but I definitely would like to get some good, be able to hoop again, at least to a certain extent. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh man, LA streets is cool. I mean, same traffic. Traffic's been traffic. Traffic has not changed. there was a little break in the traffic because people were like back at school, teachers, college students, and kids. But now everybody's kind of back in that rotation. I think this might have been the last week of people going back to school. So, that traffic's picking back up again. But a lot of places have been kind of chill and not it's just crazy the way the stores aren't really functioning the way they used to. A lot of the stores ain't the same as far as their product selection or just the volume of traffic. That's one thing why I pump the TikTok shop a lot because you can find a lot of that good stuff there for a good price, with coupons and all kinds of stuff like that. But in store, it's not really where it's at. Some things are going on sale in store, but it takes them a little while. And then also by the time they go on sale, the sizes you need are not always available. But Melrose is not looking like Melrose. Hollywood is still hanging on a little bit. The Hollywood Shoe Palace and Hollywood Foot Locker, they're still having a pretty solid selection of shoes and stuff like that, apparel. Of course, Nike the Grove is still on fire too. They still have a good amount of sneakers. Like their sneaker selection is definitely on point. They haven't slowed down. They definitely haven't slowed down. They're kind of saving that Melrose area, even though it's on Fairfax, but is Nike the Grove is kind of holding down that whole Melrose section right there when it comes to the shoes. Um, that Shoe Palace is cool, but yeah, it just the fluster or the what's the word? Not the fluster, the lost in its blunder or whatever word I'm looking for. It's lost its mystique, so to speak. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man, Drip LA's hold it down for sure. Hollywood on Drip LA, definitely on point with the sneaker selection, the apparel selection, definitely on fire there. Can never go wrong with Drip LA. They get a lot of late releases too, later releases and hype releases too. That's always a store I will talk about because they definitely hold it down for me. And they just have a good selection there as far as stores to go to inside. You know what I mean? Uh, and I'm into Puma rebound layup high top. Okay. Haven't really seen that one yet. I know Puma's been pumping out a lot more stuff too. They actually have a new, I got my phones in use. There's another lifestyle sneaker that's like a running sneaker for Puma. That's LaMelo Ball signature. That looked pretty interesting today. LaMelo's doing a great job over there with Puma with his basketball shoe. He has a lifestyle shoe. Now he has like a running shoe. You know, I like what he's doing over there. I thought maybe Kyrie had some influence on this Anta PG7, but I don't think so. This is just something Anta's doing. They have a store that opened up on Rodeo Drive. I think it's officially open. I haven't been there yet, and I definitely need to go try it out. I need to go check it out. That's good to see that they've been doing that. It's crazy to see stores opening because there's so many stores closing and not opening. We've been waiting for the longest to see the Shoe Palace in Sherman Oaks open, the new one. They pushed their release date back or open day back, I think twice already. A new JD Sports opened in the Sherman Oaks Fashion Square. Well, not new, but it used to be a Finish Line, but now it's officially a JD Sports. You know, the shoe game is just interesting right now. But it's a good time for those people who do want to grab some stuff because you don't have to hustle and bustle around too many people out there. You know what I mean? But Charles, I gotta definitely look into that Puma and see what that one's about. If I didn't see it today, I have pictures in my phone. But yeah, maybe let me see. You said Puma. LAY. Puma rebound layup is the name of the shoe. The names is even getting crazier out here, you know? Shout out to that. Wish I could share the screen here oh, not yet, huh? Wish I could share the screen over here for the people watching on TikTok. But I think there's a way to do that. They've been trying to make access going live on multiple platforms a little easier. Oh, okay. Those are classic Pumas. I know what you're talking about. Okay, for sure. I've been seeing those all over the place. I've been seeing those at Ross, Burlington, Marshalls. They're still in stores for sure too. Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen the Puma rebound like that. Yeah, hey, man, and whatever works for you is what works for you. You know what I'm saying? It's about getting what you actually like, not grabbing what everybody thinks is the best. You know what I mean? That's one thing I tell people a lot when it comes to your groove and whatever you're buying. I say that a lot in the videos here on TikTok, even too. Like if it's something that you like, if it's your style, check and see if your size is available because what you might not like, somebody else might love, and vice versa. That's crazy that we're lagging over here when I'm wired in. But yeah, that's definitely not a bad looking shoe right there. That's a classic Puma. You know what I mean? Definitely a classic Puma. So yeah, we went over the Jaw tools. We went over the Air Max One, Thunderstorm. Let me know if you guys are fans of the Thunderstorms. I like those a lot. They might be on Nike.com, they might not be. And at some point they will be available on TikTok shopping once they are. I'm gonna have videos about those, man. Yeah, definitely showed that shoe before because I try to show all kinds of shoes. Speaking of all kinds of shoes, right? Now, this is a shoe that I've talked about on TikTok, I've talked about on YouTube. I rave about these. The Nike React Rejuvenates. This is my personal pair. I like these, bro. I have one color, one colorway, because the other colorway I have was a size 12 for somebody else. But I got the black ones, but I have three pair of the slides. It's the black ones, the white ones, the four pair of the React Rejuvenate slides, but the React Rejuvenate are very solid. This is like their edition or rendition of a Croc. I'm sure you guys have seen it before because I've made videos or talked about them in my videos plenty of times. I got the triple black colorway because you can match it with anything. Of course, easy to wear, ventilation, Nike React footbed and midsole, very comfortable, very nice to wear. But the problem with those is the fact that I was out at the pool last weekend. Man, I didn't realize it though. I was at the pool and I got in the water and these were in the sun for a significant amount of time, maybe 15, 20 minutes in the sun, like directly in the sun. And I did not know that these would shrink in the sun. I never experienced that. I'm sure Crocs probably do the same thing. I don't know, but they're made kind of out of the same similar material. These actually have shrunk on me. And these are actually more tighter on my feet than I would like. I'm hoping that if I either wear them, sorry, it's like maybe a cat here. Uh, what the hell? My cat's hair is everywhere. Long hair tabbies, man. The hair is everywhere. But yeah, man, I was disappointed at that. I had no idea. Fat Boy Kicks, what's good? Welcome to the stream, bro. Long time no see. Thank you for stopping by over here on YouTube. I appreciate that. How have you been? What's your latest pickup? What you looking for next? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, I didn't know that these shrink. I swear they went down to a size 12. It feels like it. I'm disappointed. I didn't, I didn't, I didn't, I didn't think that would happen, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. And then once I got out the water one time and I seen them in the sun, I was like, oh, let me move them. Just because I just felt I should get them out the sun. And they shrunk after like a good 10 minutes, not long. Not longer than 20 minutes, not shorter than 5 minutes. And they shrunk down almost like a half a size. Because I could still get my foot in them. Because they were a true to size fit already at a 13. So for me to feel like they're really snug on my foot, my toes right at the top, they're like a 12 and a half, not a 12. But I'm like, maybe if I dip them in some water, like get in the pool with them or something, and then wear them, they'll kind of stretch back to the normal base. I don't know, man. I They're $60, so they're not that expensive if I need to get another pair. Because let me tell you, these are very comfortable. I rave about them because they're comfortable as heck. They're easy to put on. They're much more comfortable than the Crocs that I own, which I have a good amount of Crocs. At least the older style of Crocs, because the footbed is that Nike Reacts, and with me having past knee injuries and Achilles and all that stuff, walking around in the older style of Crocs would become a problem after too long. Like, because this is just personal. I'm not doing TikTok shop, so I can't get like, But you guys can see the old footbed of the Crocs before. Now, wearing these for 3 or 4 hours, I'm good. But walking around in the mall or walking around in these for like 8 hours, trying to do 10,000 steps in these, I'll have a knee flare up. My ankle might start hurting. Just old basketball injuries just start popping out. When I found these, it was a breath of fresh air because they look dope to me. I like the colorways and just that midsole. It's cushion, but it's like it's nice, man. These are dope, right? So Crocs also. I don't know if you guys have been into the stores or if you guys are into Crocs. Definitely, people on the TikTok shop know about this, but they definitely upgraded their footbed. They've added something called Light Ride. Light Ride technology is the new footbed for the Crocs. And on TikTok, I talk about that all the time because that's something that's a good, important detail. These are one of the newer Crocs. This is the Echo Row. I'm looking around to see what my other stuff is, right? Uh, Echo Row. Then you got the Echo Wave, and then what else is there? Where's my other one at? Maybe it's in the living room. Trying to show y'all. Nonetheless, it's still the same. So they got the Echo Wave, which I'm sure you guys have seen before, definitely on TikTok, but maybe in stores or you guys have seen them on YouTube. They've upgraded the footbed. It's so much more soft. It's like a marshmallow, so to speak. It's very similar to the footbed, on the React Rejuvenates. The React Rejuvenates. It's the light ride technology. That's what it's called. And you can walk around in these for a long time and not have any. I can walk around them in a long time for a long time and not have any issues like I would with the previous Crocs. I like these because they got the partial gum outsole. You guys on TikTok, if you're watching, go to my showcase. I got these available for you in like 5 different colorways. And this is actually the most popular colorway, but there are some other colorways out there. I like this one because of the white, and you can actually see the gum, like it looks really like a gum outsole. This is a clean colorway on the Crocs. They got the strap that's adjustable too. But with these Echo Rolls, if you with the Echo Crocs, if you didn't know, you want to go down a size on them because they're just made to where the footbed's a little bigger. So a 12 fits me perfectly in most of the Echo clogs, except for the slip-ons. These slip-ons, I was able to go to a 13, my normal size, and they worked out perfectly. But with the roll and the other Echoes, usually you go down a size because there's no half sizes. You got to go down a full size, and it fits perfect. I didn't realize that when I got these from the TikTok shop and I got my size 13. But what saves me from being okay to wear these is the fact that they have an adjustable strap here, Velcro strap. So these are some Crocs I can wear all day long with no problem. Because when I have the strap to make sure I'm secure if I want to wear the strap, and then they got that light ride technology. So if you're looking for new Crocs, or if you have issues with the Crocs before, the new ones with the light strike light strike is Adidas. Light ride is what this called for the Crocs. Definitely improved. I like these a lot, and this is definitely one that's pretty dope. I don't think. Let me know anybody watching on YouTube. Have you guys seen these ones in store? I don't think I have. Like usually, you go to Shoe Palace, Foot Locker, Champs, or even Dick's Sporting Goods. You see millions of different styles of Crocs. I don't think I've seen the rolls in stores. Crocs are releasing the pet footwear today. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense to release some pet footwear because a lot of owners out there are really are really getting putting footies or boots on their dogs. I see that a lot, you know. And then there's a brand on TikTok called Comfort that makes amazing clothes that's really soft to the touch. If you're on TikTok, I'm sure you guys have heard of Comfort. I've definitely done videos on Comfort too. Their stuff just feels so good. It's really nice quality. It's like, is it 59, 49, or 59? It's like majority cotton over polyester, which is dope because you know you need more cotton in your clothes than polyester. Um, and they make stuff for their, they even make stuff for the animals, so it makes sense that Crocs does something for the dogs mainly. I don't know about cats really, but I know dogs have no problem wearing boots for the most part. Fat Boy Kicks, I appreciate that. That's the whole point. I try to show you guys what's inside the stores, the new colorways, markdowns on certain shoes, and just kind of what areas or where to find them or where to look for them. Because a lot of times, if they're in store, that's a good amount of time that they're on the actual website of the store I go to. If you guys don't know, on TikTok, that's what I do on YouTube. Go to different sneaker stores around the area and just show what's available, new colorways. I really like to see, of course, the sales are great. You know, sales prices are different every different store, even in the same brand. Like you might go to Foot Locker in a Topanga Mall and find a Devin Booker for 99 bucks, but go to the Foot Locker in Sherman Oaks or Northridge and find it for 69 bucks. So that happens even with the same stores. Usually you would think it would be uniform, but that's not always the case. Um, but yeah, so I do like to show the sales, but I also like to see the new colorways because some stores have a newer colorway than the other stores. You know, Chic is really good at having different colorways that you might not see in other retail stores. And then on a TikTok shop, all that stuff is there. That's one thing about the TikTok shop. A lot of that stuff is all in one place. New colorways, you know, because you have different authorized sellers that just get their different inventories because they're in different parts of the states. So that's why what I do on YouTube works really well on TikTok because like it feeds the audience who wants it. TikTok's algorithm is amazing as far as finding the people who will want that content. It moves like a snail for me on YouTube, but TikTok it moves so much faster. What I'm posting, it gets in front of the people who actually want to see it and interact with it. So I'm forever thankful for that because it definitely turned the trajectory around. It makes sense to be called a creator, a content creator, because I'm actually being able to do what I can do off of that. You know what I mean? Live off of it and everything. Uh Naked just released the Jordan 4 Cave Stone. That's dope because that's kind of early. I think the release date on those actually was in September. I've seen a couple resellers out here in LA had that Cave Stone like last month. Authentic pairs too, which is always good to see that. You know what I'm saying? Cave Stone's definitely a nice colorway. I definitely like that colorway on that Jordan 4. Will it sit in stores? Is that a colorway that's going to sell out or is it going to sit in stores? You know, a lot of times, like I say too, on a shop, some things that go in store be available on TikTok shop. Authentic pairs from authentic sellers that are authorized. You know, it's dope to see these platforms. You know, and I'm glad to be a part of both of them and kind of plug people in on both sides. Be a good middleman to kind of put you guys in the right direction. You know, on TikTok, I used to have a membership feature on my main page where when I go out to these stores, I would help people buy, you know, find the shoes they need, grab them for them and ship them out. And they have a monthly membership. It was a really dope thing. That's when people were buying more shoes, but now shoes have kind of taken a little back burner for a lot of people. And that's good. Things have ebbs and flows, you know what I'm saying? But there's definitely a lot of good things out there, and sometimes you might not know what's available. So that's why I make the content and the videos to let you guys know what's there. You know what I mean? Definitely, definitely. So yeah, Crocs has definitely stepped the game up with the light ride technology. So if you guys were iffy on Crocs or they weren't that comfortable for you, the new footbeds on those might change your mind on that. You know what I mean? Definitely might change your mind on that. So uh another one that I got from one that I got from the shop. Oh, well, okay, hold on. Yeah, man. So some things. have been bought, some things have been seeded, some things, yeah, bought, some things have been seeded. I got a few things to talk about to show you guys and share with, of course. Uh, until this year, yeah, that's weird because I've talked about them plenty of times, but until this year, I've never had a pair of Nike Dunks. So I just was never really crazy about Dunks, you know. But now I have my own shoe pair of Dunks, and the Dunks that I have, I did get them from the TikTok shop. Like this one right here on my page on TikTok. These are my personal pair, so you're not doing a shop video. But if you want these, they are available on my showcase, and I'm sure you guys here have seen them. This is like the pale ivory and cargo khaki color scheme. Definitely solid. Got these from the TikTok shop, 100% authentic pair. And I was able to find my size 13. And they were way under retail. That's the thing about them too. Cause like I said, either you have TikTok shop coupons or sometimes they're just priced a little lower because the stock is heavier. But again, they are authentic shoes. These were 70 bucks when I got them. And you go to my showcase on either one of my pages, though they will be available for you there too. Definitely a clean shoe, and there was bigger sizes, but I do have a this is actually the second pair. This wasn't the first pair that I got, but I actually have, a pair of Nike Dunks. And this colorway is perfect for the fall winter time. I got a lot of clothes that match this, so I'm really looking forward to kind of rocking them and see how I feel wearing some Dunks all day. Some people say they're not the most comfortable, but some people say that they're so comfortable. I guess it's really depending on your foot, whether you're narrow foot, wide foot, or whatever. I don't know because there's no super technology in the midsole from what I know about them. But nonetheless, this is definitely a solid colorway on the Nike Dunk Low. Kind of different. One of the more newer ones that's in store, and in stores they're still at the retail price of like 150, like 120 right now. So for those of you guys on TikTok, if you guys want a pair of these, go to my showcase, type in Nike Dunk in the search bar, you'll be able to find them for like 70 something dollars. And then if you have coupons, you can apply them. And then also in the YouTube videos, I try to add links to things in case you guys want to grab them for yourself too, without even leaving your home. But yeah, this is a pair of dunks that I do have now in the collection. Um, Definitely a clean colorway on the Nike Dunk. I mean, I wasn't really into a like I didn't really have any shoes these colors before, if I think about it quickly. But then I started getting more clothes that matched this. So when I saw this colorway, it kind of made sense. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a solid colorway on the Nike Dunk Low, in case it's something that you're into. I don't know how many people out there are into dunks. I think dunks is a common shoe that you see a lot of people wearing. The one thing about it is like they're very, very common. Like a lot of people wear dunks because there's a million and one colorways. You know, the other one's not too crazy. Even though this wasn't a super crazy colorway, it's not an SB or nothing. Um, but I bit the bullet and got a pair of the pandas, but they were given to me, so I'm not mad at them. I mean, the pandas are clean. You can wear them with anything, of course, and they come in, multiple colorway, multiple what's the word I'm looking for? Styles, because you have the basic pandas, then you also have like the SEs, the special editions with the suede material or better leather, or some now there's a black and white one that has patent leather on them. A lot of different colorways of the panda, a lot of different renditions. There's even that suede, all suede panda colorway that's in stores right now too. That's pretty clean. Removes the space. What you mean? Cheap viewers on Stambu.com. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Is that another streaming platform? I know there's a lot of streaming platforms besides Twitch and Kick. Thought about doing Kick, but it's like I don't know. I know you can get away with a lot more as far as what you do and the music and stuff you play. So I know that to be the case. Um Now this is something I posted on Instagram too that I came across. Like I said, I just want to go over recent pickups If you guys got stuff in the comments you want to bring up or talk about, feel free. Somebody in the TikTok comment, which probably was just a troll, maybe he was just saying it. I don't even know if he's still here. Uh, said that he had to be trolling. Said that Kobe wasn't a top 5 Laker. Like that's just blasphemy right there, bro. Trolls just be saying anything, and a lot of Kobe hate has been going on or downplaying what he did. And I haven't been the super biggest Laker fan over the years before LeBron got there. But to hear how people are saying he wasn't really this, he wasn't really that, he was this. No, man, like that's crazy how people can talk about you when you're not here to defend yourself. That is insane. That is insane. Speaking of the Lakers, we got something from another Laker player. The box is pretty dope. This is a Rigor. What is it? What is it called? Rigor? Is it the something RV2? AR2. How could I? It's Austin Reeves shoe. Got a new colorway of the AR2. Once again, we've been able to find, I guess, like I said, man, TikTok and Instagram, maybe a little YouTube, maybe so, but mainly the TikTok. These brands have been able to see my work and what I've been able to do, and I'm thankful for that. And they've been reaching out. So I was able to get my hands on the AR2. This is actually the third pair of the AR2s that I have in my collection now. Um, this is definitely a solid colorway. You know, some of these things we're gonna have to do some giveaways for them or something too. But the AR2, this is the industrial colorway, I forgot the name of it. Something with an I though. Not sure what you guys think about it. I think it's kind of solid. It's like a all gray or all silver shoe. Solid outsole, traction pattern. Midsole cushioning is very solid as well too. I've talked about these in some other colorways that they've had. Like I said, this is the AR2. I'm curious to see. I'm pretty sure he'll wear these, but the midsole cushioning is very solid. The traction pattern on the outsole looks decent. I'm now like a member at the 24-hour fitness near me, so I'm able to. They actually have a court, and sometimes I'm able to get there. I try to get my time at the gym early in the morning, like around, you know, 5:30 to 7 is when I try to get there. And sometimes when I go early, the gym is not really used, so I can kind of go there and do some of my sneaker reviews there because the gyms that I would use before don't really always have open time. You know what I mean? Thank you for the gifts on TikTok. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the follows too. Snake Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. That's your top 3. I can dig that. That's not a bad 3. Can't go wrong with that at all. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Anybody else agree with that? Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Austin Reeves AR2, definitely a solid little shoe right here, or a solid shoe. I love the silver color tone. Definitely will do a review of these on the page, on feet and all that good stuff. Not a bad one at all. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Way of Waves with the back panel right there. That logo kind of reminds me of what was on the back of the Way of Waves. But these are not bad, man. Shout out to Rigorer and the AR2. Thank you for you guys sending me some of the shoes again. And yeah, not a bad looking shoe, man. Yeah, Austin Reeves, that you guys can see on the tag right there. It's Austin Reeves' signature shoe. Also looks very, very solid. TPU upper. I'm not mad at these right here. And the fact that they have a size 13, you can never be mad at that because usually a lot of these brands, they either make limited amount of 13s and 14s and 12 and a half, but a lot of these other brands look into that more, which is dope, which is really good. Because a lot of these basketball shoes be very scarce. These stores will get 300 pair of a shoe, get like 2 pair of size 13s and 3 pair of size 12s, and everything else is everything else. I don't like that. But good to see that there are brands that do care about bigger sizes and understand that struggle of having a big foot and not being able to get the shoe you want. Toe box is pretty solid too. So it is a true to size fit. I definitely have tried these on, just haven't worn these on a court yet to see what the traction is like. But I am pleased with these shoes. Another solid addition, I guess, right now to the collection. AR2s, bro. This is definitely something I want to try out though, because I love the way they feel. I like the way they look. You know, Picture with the side of my snow globe, flicking sprees in Soho. You had to see it. Watching the dough glow. Ace trumpet, the rose gold. Yellow Diamond looked like that Clips album was definitely top tier or is top tier, man. Definitely one of the best albums of the year. I mean, I haven't heard everybody else's music because I know Tyler dropped something. A lot of people love Kendrick's album, which I'm not mad at. It's a really good album as well, too. But something about that Clips album from top to bottom for me, they just did above and beyond. So much so that I decided to go to the concert. I ain't been to a concert since Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That was like what, 2 years ago now, and that was just like family ties with that one. But this is the first time I'm actually paying for it, and I'm not mad. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that they're not really showing the concert like that on social media, or at least I haven't looked for it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been looking for it. I think if I look for it, I might be able to see footage and stuff like that, but I don't want to. I want to see it fresh and new when I go there. You know what I mean? But definitely a cool shoe. AR2s now in the collection. I think this is like the induction or the industrial or something with an I. I gotta look at the title of it again. All these shoes have their different nicknames and stuff like that. But this silver colorway is just different. That's why I kind of like it. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody here still hanging out for however long you've been here for. It's 12 right now. Okay. Okay. King Spirit, welcome to Nirvana. Easy Fuji, la la. I was Alibaba. I've been over here trying to not to listen to it actually because I just don't want to get burnt out with. Not that I get burnt out because I like it a lot. I listen to other albums plenty more times, but I just wanted to keep it fresh for when I go to the concert. Then after the concert, I'm probably gonna get back to playing it every day like I was beforehand. Looks and design, 7 out of 10. Thank you for the feedback on that, Snake John fan. I appreciate that. Yeah, AR2s are not bad. He did a good job with his shoe. I definitely think the AR2 was a step up from the AR1. You know, the look of it is a little bit better. The technology they added, there's more cushioning on the midsole from the forefoot to the heel. So it's definitely made some improvements, and a 7 out of 10 dope. When I don't know if the lighting could have been off too. Maybe in better lighting, you might like it more. You might like it less. I don't know. True to size fit though. It's available on rigor.com in case there's something you want. I appreciate that, Charles. So drive safely, bro, because the drive, driving late at night can be murky, can be tricky sometimes. So just be careful, be safe out there driving, bro. Um, Now this next one here was another gift because I never really decided to pick it up, but after getting it, I realized that I do like them. So we got a Jordan 1 mid. Now, this is kind of a shoe. I don't want to say it's controversial, but people have been iffy on it. Some people don't like mids at all, and I understand it. But a lot of people don't also know that Jordan also wore mids too. It's okay to wear mids if you like a colorway. And I feel like when you get them, the more you wear them, the more they break in, you know, and they look a little more worn. They look the leather kind of gets broken in a little bit, gives it more character. I've worn these maybe twice so far. This Jordan 1 mid Barons. They got the Jordan 1 low OG Baron, Jordan 1 mid Baron. Was there a Jordan 1 hard Baron? I feel like there was not. I'm drawing a blank right now on that. I don't think there was though. But this right here was pretty clean. Not mad at the shoe at all. Black, white, and gray colorway. You cannot be mad at that. Kind of goes with the hat I got going on right now with the black, white, and gray on the side panel. Not a bad situation right here. I got these. Um, Definitely a clean pair from the TikTok shop, of course. The colorway is fire. I mean, I like to do lace swapping. So if I did lace swapping, maybe putting white laces might make it pop. If I could find the gray laces, but I do like the black laces that it came with. And then as I was searching around on the TikTok shop, as I was searching around on the TikTok shop, I came across something that goes perfectly with it. Um, I got a lot of stuff on this. Yeah, I found something that goes perfect with it. So we got the. Let me button it up. I found this a little cool like novelty thing to go with the actual jersey. I mean, go with the shoes. You know, you got to coordinate a little bit. You know, and this is not at all um ragging or nothing like that. I'm just showing some of the things I came across, some things I got gifted. You know what I mean? But just also kind of it's been a minute since I've been on live on YouTube, so I want to talk about a few recent pickups or recent additions. But we got the Jordan Barons jersey, the Jordan Barons jersey to go with the Barons Jordan 1 mid, white with the black pinstripes, and then on the back it got that 45, and that 45 is not screen print; it's stitched on. So this is a combo right here. We're definitely rocking this very soon. I want to try to get to a baseball game, a Dodger game this year. Never been to a Dodger game before. I said this a long time ago, even before I got the shoes or jersey, that I definitely wanted to um try to go to a baseball game just because I never been to one. And Dodgers is doing good. Why not go ahead and check it out? But yeah, got the Jordan on the back with the 45 stitched in all around, stitched in bearings on the front too. I mean, I think that's clean right there. Now, it's on a TikTok shop in my showcase for those of you guys watching on TikTok. There's a black one also, but the black one wasn't available in my size, unfortunately. But I like this jersey, man. I like this. I never really had my own like baseball jersey before, but I think this goes perfect because it's a basketball jersey, if you will. You know what I mean? It's a baseball jersey from a basketball player, the GOAT. Michael Jordan goes perfect with the Jordan 1 mid Barons. That's a fit in itself right there. I like that. I like that. Definitely a clean pair of mids. The only mids that I own in my collection. Uh, there might be some other ones that I grab later or get gifted. Who knows? But this colorway is definitely solid, man. Jordan 1 mid Barons. You can match it easily with a lot of things out there, not priced that crazy. So if you need a pair of Barons, you guys can find these for not too expensive, not necessarily at retail. They should be on sale for the most part, a lot of places. You know what I mean? But these are pretty solid, man. First time having some mids, and why not have a colorway that matches with anything for the most part? And they look good on my feet, so I'm not mad. Jordan 1 mid Barons, first pair of mids in the collection. You know, solid situation right there with the mids. Big shout out to everybody still in here. Yeah, man, classic jersey for sure. Never really seen it before until like I seen it when he wore his, of course, but never seen him like available to the public. You respect the jaw one for the history, but you've never been a fan of the jaw ones. But what about the jaw threes? The Jaw 3 is by far his best Jaw 3, in my opinion, man. Them things is phenomenal. And the colorway for the Jaw 3s is just looking ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. Nike, if I mean not that they need any saving because the LeBrons, the Bookers, the KD 18s, the GT Cut Turbos, all of them shoes have definitely been like on point and have been holding it down for Nike. But as far as a fresh new look or something, that Jaw 3 is phenomenal, man. I like the colorways they've had so far. The shoe itself is clean too. They definitely held it down. They definitely held it down. You know what I mean? That's that Centene goes. Now this next shoe is something that I've showed before on YouTube and I think TikTok as well. But I was able to find my size. At first, I was iffy about getting them, but this is the LeBron TR1 in that Volt Green colorway. Some people would say this is the Grinch colorway. This one right here, you can see it from a mile away. I love this colorway. I like it a lot, I should say. Shooter size fit on the TR1, LeBron's first training shoe. I believe this is the shoe that replaced the LeBron Soldier, even though he has another silhouette coming out too. I like what they're doing. They're giving LeBron a lot. Oh, you meant Jordan ones. Oh, okay, Jordan ones. Oh, because you said J1. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I was saying Jaws because that's what was in front of me, but I did have a Jordan 1 in front of me, obviously. Um, I hear that, man. There's a lot of people who are not fans of the Jordan 1 like that. They're not as hyped on the ones like most people were. Now, for example, I mean, a lot of the Jordan 1s fell off a year or two ago where the hype has went away from them, maybe 2 3 years ago. There was one point almost any colorway of the Jordan 1 people was going nuts for, but that fell off for a long time and people moved more to the fours and other silhouettes. um which on one hand makes me feel like, are people getting tired of the fours because there's more pairs of fours sitting around nowadays, or is it just because the fours are dropping around the time other shoes are dropping? You know, is it a combination of both? Is it because people are getting tired of the fours because they're putting out too many colorways of the fours? Because at one point the fours weren't being released so crazy, and because people wasn't biting on the ones, Nike started trying to mass produce colorways of the fours and overloading us with the fours, so people could be getting fatigued from the Jordan fours, or is it simply because people are saving money, or is it simply because there's so many shoes dropping back to back? Because there are some fours that didn't sit around, like the white cements. I mean, you can kind of find them in certain places, but for the most part, not many places. I seen them at Jumpman LA last time I was out there. They had a good amount of sizes there, but that's a big store. It's a big flagship store. But you don't see those white cement fours at any other spot for the most part, at least not in men's sizes. Maybe grade school, but not men's sizes. Jordan 4 Rare Air sitting around like that to me is shocking because I like that colorway, but maybe not the masses did. Maybe it's because of the time that it dropped around the undefeateds and everything else. Undefeated fours didn't sit around nowhere that they released, you know. So maybe it's just the shoe or the time when the shoe's released based on about the fours when people want to get them because they're dope, bro. But some of them are sitting around. Kryptonites, all sorry. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see exactly what you mean, Eric. I like these. This green definitely stands out. It's like two tones of green, which both of them are still like that vapor green, if you will. This green is slightly darker than this green right here. It's like two tones of that lime green, but these are super clean. Found these at Nike the Grove. Definitely a solid shoe for sure. Cannot go wrong with these, bro. The LeBron TR1, good cushioning, good size fit. The upper materials very nice as well. Yeah, LeBron might be lagging a little bit. but they are light and they are comfortable and they fit true to size like a perfect glove. I say a glove like they're a true to size fit. They don't fit like super snug like you would think with some. What's going on here? What's going on here? TR1s, if you're able to grab a pair, try them on and see what you think. But I definitely think if you try them on and you give them a shot, you will like them. And yeah, the economy can definitely be a part of that too, for sure. You know, but these are definitely some solid shoes right here. The LeBron TR1, I'm definitely a fan of this one. One of the best colorways that I've seen so far of the shoe. There's like 5 or 6 colorways out right now. The TR1, this colorway, definitely one of the best for sure. You know what I mean? Not a prisoner of the moment either. I just like this one a lot. That green is super clean for sure. You know what I mean? We're gonna, good amount of stuff. There's more to talk about. Just kind of take it easy. But we did talk about a bunch of good stuff today, man. Not done with the stream just yet, but there's definitely a good amount out there. Make sure you guys are follow me on TikTok, and those of you guys on TikTok, make sure you follow me on YouTube as well. I believe I have the link in my bio, and then everybody go to my Twitch. Follow me on Twitch, Bosco B0SSCO on Twitch. Make sure you guys follow me there too. There will be definitely more streams over there, especially as 2K comes around. There will definitely be some 2K streams, and definitely when that GTA 6 comes around next year, Lord willing, we all here alive and well, healthy and everything, and things are in order. But that game right there is going to take up a lot of my time and concentration. I cannot believe GTA 5 is such the game that it is. That game came out, I don't know how many years ago, about 10, 11 years, and it's still very relevant. You cannot go wrong with that, just like you can't go wrong with these TR1s in case you're looking for a different type of shoe to get. LeBron TR1, super clean for sure. Fire shoe right here. Found my size 13. Very happy about that. Um, yeah, man, definitely some solid things out there, some things to find. A lot of good stuff on the TikTok shop, if I told you guys about before, and shoes that are not available on TikTok shop. As soon as they are, I will let you guys know too, for those of you guys who follow me there. Uh, but yeah, man, definitely some good stuff out there, man. And you can be selective and still find some good stuff all over the place. Give yourself opportunity and options. You know what I mean? Impulse buys is not. It's good. It's good, but make sure you take a second to think about it or something like that. Shout out to everybody joining on YouTube. Got some people joining in. I think we got a couple people watching on Twitch too. So big shout out to that. We definitely trying to get that Twitch going up, man. Got to get partnered again. I was partnered once upon a time on Twitch and didn't realize what I had going on, and I lost my partnership. Obviously, I think I got it from playing 2K in previous years, because I used to do even on this on Bob Bosco's live therapy on YouTube. I used to do I did gameplay, but one thing that took off for me was which I'll probably bring back, even though people have done it too. Not saying that they got it from me, but when I was doing it, and not a lot of people were doing it. But I would make the shoes. I would make all the latest shoes in the game. I would give tutorials on how to make the shoes, and I think I might go that route again. Like they'll bring out LeBron 22, but then only like 1 or 2 colorways you can buy. I would do a tutorial on how to make the special colorways. You know what I'm saying? And that took off for me a lot, and I should have never stopped doing that. But of course, life happened and things happen and stuff like that. So I didn't do it anymore. But I think that's what I'll come back with. Besides gameplay, I'll come back with more custom shoes and see if that energy is still there for it. If it ain't, then it ain't. But it might be. But the thing is, with the VC prices, man, they are taxing with these VC prices, man. 2K is, it seems like, from what I'm asking other people, 2K is like a money grab right now. I mean, it's always been that for a long time, but it got progressively worse ever since like 2021, 2022. The microtransactions is what it's about. I was looking at some of the prices for some of these VC transactions. 450,000 VC for $100. I think you should get more than that, especially because it's virtual currency. You know, Then they got the game for $70. They got the game for $100. They got the game for $150 just to buy the game and get maybe an early access, a day or two early access. You get some VCs and a bubble jacket or some shit. Like they are playing in people's faces with this. And one hand, I feel like going for the middle tier because you get a little extra VC, you get a couple days early access. But then I'm also feeling like let me just go ahead and get the base model and then just buy my VC. That was my strategy for like the last 4 or 5 years. 2K25 don't count because I didn't really go after that. I got 2K25 when it was on sale for like $9.99. I found it at a GameStop on sale, like a pre-owned copy. But 2024 and before that, besides, so 2024, 23, and 22, I bought the $60 one. But the previous years is when I went to like to get the legend one when they had the LeBron, the Shaq, and whoever else was before that. I went to the big dog ones for that. But now, probably just the base level and buy my VC as I go. Richie Rich in the building, man. Salute, bro. How you doing? How you been? Hopefully everything's well. Big shout out to you, man. Hopefully one day you decide to make another video too, man. The content was dope on YouTube for sure. But yeah, base model is probably what it's gonna be, and just get VC as I need to. You know, my career is something that is what I play, and I love the fact that they're bringing All-Star Team Up. For those of you guys who know what that is, if you don't know what that is, that's when you can kind of play. How do you best explain that? You can play with randoms, but you play All-Star game format with all stars as opposed to with your My Career guy, which was a dope mode that they took out for like 2 or 3 years, and I don't know why they did that to begin with. Very much so looking forward to the game. I was not for just last week, I didn't care. But then, like, you know, you have to pivot and you have to take advantage of opportunities while they're there for you and take advantage of it. And I'm like, the time is kind of now in a sense with that. Why not do it? You know, but what I was saying earlier, 2K has definitely been more of a cash grab in the more recent years from how they make you pay for everything and then the prices of the things in the games and then almost also how the game is priced. But I hear like on FIFA and Major League Baseball and even Madden, like the VC and coins and stuff, like the virtual currency is nowhere near the same price point as it is in 2K. Like from what I hear from some of my friends who play FIFA all the time, we're just getting taxed over here in the 2K community. I say we, like I've been in 2K. I mean, I've been at 2K for a minute. I just fell off the last year and a half because the gameplay was crazy. They were always patching all these different things. It just wasn't the best gameplay experience. A lot of unnecessary things happening in the gameplay to make you frustrated and angry and people getting mad. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, you're right. Everybody's price gouging. Everybody is raising their prices. However, um, like if it's virtual currency, why you gotta raise the prices on that? And then the part that I heard watching one of these guys, I think All City Live TV, he breaks it down a lot of information on 2K community and everything happening, and how somebody tried to bring a class action lawsuit because of the VC, how you can't transfer your VC from one game to another game, from console to console, console to console, system to system, and then game to game. All the VC that I have in 2K25, I can't bring to 2K26. If I had any VC in 2K24, I can't bring that to 25 or 26. And then after a while, the servers from 2K24 will be shut off and now we'll lose all that VC. And people are like, you're spending your hard earned regular money to buy this virtual currency. Why can't that virtual currency travel with you to the next game, especially if it's the same title? Don't we own this virtual currency? But they say, no, it's virtual currency. You don't own it. You just own the licensing for it. But they made, I don't know if you guys remember because I heard this happen, but like when 2K25 first came out, I think like a day or two into it, they made everybody agree to new terms because of a previous class action lawsuit that happened or that tried to get started from a kid and his mom with the same problem of the VC virtual currency, how you can't transfer it on. You lose that money. And then when the server's turned off, you lose that money. And it's crazy. Which Jordan 1 Low SC you want to see? This is the only one Jordan 1 Low SC that I have in my collection that I did not talk about already. And this is in my personal pair. But this colorway is available in the showcase. I like this colorway a lot. It's the Jordan 1 Low SE. This one is clean. The SE Special Edition have upgraded materials. So you got the really good leather quality and you have really good nubuck overlays. I love this colorway. As you guys can see, I've worn it. I like this one a lot. This is available in my showcase on the page. In case you like this, see if your size is available. This one did sell pretty quickly on the shop. Sold pretty quickly. So there's not many sizes left. But I do have like one or two listings available in case you want to go ahead and pick up a pair for yourself. But these are definitely dope. The Jordan 1 Low SEs in 2025 have definitely been on point, and this to me so far is the best one. But there are some other colorways that are on the way and that have released of the Jordan 1 Low SE. But yeah, that's the only one I have on hand. But yeah, man, that class action lawsuit. So then it came out with terms to make sure people in the future can't. I don't know. The prices may vary. If you go to my showcase, go to my page at the top, and then go to the showcase on my page and type in Jordan 1 Low or Jordan 1 Low SE. All the colorways will pop up, and you'll see what the prices are because there's like two listings of that particular shoe that's listed at different pricing, but they have different sizing available. So you have to pay attention to that. And then also, if you have any TikTok shop coupons, feel free to apply those because it will drop the price even more. Um, but yeah, so they made the agreements so that way people can't complain about the VC. If you don't use the VC, it's gone. No transferring from device to device or game to game. But I hear when it comes to Call of Duty, you can do that. So why do other games allow you to transfer your VC, your virtual currency, but 2K is the only game that don't let you do it. And then they raise the prices of their virtual currency when it's virtual currency. It's not like it costs them more money to give you digital currency. You know what I mean? So that's why 2K has a bad taste in my mouth, or one reason why, along with the gameplay always messing up. And I can never really shoot in 2K. I haven't been able to shoot in 2K since 2018, 2019, 2020 was the years that I was really able to consistently hit shots. That's a long time without being able to hit shots. But believe it or not, I've been able to score because obviously there's more ways to score besides shooting. Um, but I've had to change my builds up because of the gameplay. Up until 2022, 23, I was a point guard, a 6'7" point guard. And I was able to do what I had to do because I was more so because it's also about who you play with. And the people that I play with, they were more scorers. I don't mind setting people up and getting 30 assists and getting 5, 10 steals and getting rebounds because I'm a guard, playing my Jason Kidd role. But then for like the last couple of years, they kind of nerfed the position that I would play. They made it harder for me to shoot, even though they made it easier for guards to shoot because of the ratings. But all these different bumps and animations, it makes it hard to get into your shooting form and make a green or make a shot. So then I started to have to move to lower positions. Actually, 2K19, 2K20, I was a LeBron size, like a small forward, power forward. I think 21, 22, I was a point guard that was like 6'7" with a long wingspan. So I was like a lockdown point guard that could shoot mid ranges. But I had teammates that shot threes and spread the floor, so I was good. It's all about who you play with, you know, that can let you be what you're gonna be at your position. Um, but I love playing the rec. That's like my favorite game mode to play. I like playing the rec with randoms. But if you're a big man with randoms, good luck on getting the ball from some of them dribble guy point guards. You know what I mean? That'd be the one issue when it comes to playing with randoms. But you know, it's all different. The game's just how we want to play. I didn't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Very solid situation here, man. Shout out to you guys here in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Strong is mine, but you know she living major. Let me see something. What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. One life living and that's all. Just all. Second. Yeah, so you know, once that comes around, which is like just next week, we'll definitely be in full throttle with that for a little bit. You know, benefit is the fact that, you know, the work that I do is stuff that I get done early and late. So I'll definitely have time to get that in a little bit. My life, a little bit. And I'm curious to see though. I will be asking to see what people are building. Because I've heard that they have became cool. Like I've heard that they up the heights that you can be to have success as a point guard. Like I think they brought it up from 6'5" to like 6'7", maybe even 6'8", to where you can still have some very solid. Oh wow! To where you can have some very solid dribbles. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. You know, anything that can help. I mean, yeah, I don't want, you know, it's the one thing with the grind, right? Because you want to make your build right away and get right to the grind. With all these different changes and hiccups, you don't know which way to really go. And you don't want to start on a build and then have to change it. You know, that's, you know, so that's a little tricky, buddy. A little tricky for me, man. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, man. You know, trying to figure out which route I want to go. I got T-Pain voice activated. No, I don't think I do. I don't have the I can definitely switch my voice up, but I don't have the auto tune. I mean, I'm about to in a second anyway. But I actually will probably be up for like another 45 minutes to an hour before I go to sleep because I will be pumping out some more content on the TikToks and editing a video for YouTube for sure. Got a few things planned tomorrow in the daytime, which I'm looking forward to. We got a meditation class, trying to learn how to do that. It's something I have to learn because every time I try to meditate, I have all these little voices and sounds and distractions. So I'm trying to learn how to do that. We got the chirotherapy. Yeah, chirotherapy, right? Where you get in the ice chamber for like 3 minutes. That's something that I've added. I appreciate you, little Titan. Trying to take care of more things, bro, because there's too many things going on in this world and stresses and stuff like that. So that's something that I've been trying to add to the arsenal too, along with losing stubborn belly fat, as they call it. You know, everything takes time. Oh, maybe it's the connection because sometimes the internet has been acting a little funny here, which is crazy because I'm wired in, but for some reason it still wants to be a little funny, unfortunately. Yeah, I was down bad. I think GTA 6 is gonna be, I just saw this comment. GTA 6 is gonna be a, oh no. You know, uh, I can't even say I'm mad at that. I think GTA being $100 plus game low key makes sense. You know, does it make sense? Maybe, maybe not. I can kind of up understand. I mean, with everything you get in that game, I mean they're gonna come up. Rockstar is gonna come up on GTA 6, boy. Because I mean they have to be rolling in the dough off of GTA 5. You know they drop new DLCs all the time. They drop new vehicles, new everything. They just added. I don't know if you guys know. Most of you guys probably do if you play GTA. They just added like a whole bunch of new vehicles. The police vehicles that are like souped up and faster and look much better than the previous ones. Like it's insane how much that game has generated as far as revenue. And for them to come out with $100 game, that's kind of wild because it's just wow, $100 video game. But I mean, with GTA, I mean, with 2K having $150 game level, I mean, I guess $100 is thank you very much, type thing. Maybe I don't know what point they're trying to prove with that, or if they're trying to get it at $100 to try to avoid kids buying it, but parents will buy it for their kids. One thing I could say about GTA 6 that I'm hearing about or that we already know that saddens me is that it's no longer in Los Angeles, man. No longer in Los Angeles. I wish it was still LA based because I love playing GTA 5 and I can go to places that I see in person all the time. I know people out there in Florida gonna feel the same way once it comes out because now it's in their hometown. But I love the fact that GTA 5 is based on California, man. A lot of places look alike. I've seen a building that looks like my grandma's building. It's crazy. Oh, that's dope, man. Okay. Yeah, so I know you're happy. Florida's gonna be it's gonna be you're gonna have that same nostalgia feel for you. I'm sure people going maybe you or people out there for sure will be making the content. There's plenty of people making content about GTA in real life, the scenarios and the settings. It's crazy how on point they were for the game for LA. A lot of the stuff in there looks just like it does in real life, which is dope. And they always say art imitates life, so that makes sense, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy to see that. Looking forward to that game, man. Definitely. I mean, I come from an era where video game. This gonna sound crazy. And I grew up in an era when video games were started. So, like, there's been studies to show that people who grew up in that era will kind of have video games a part of their life for their whole life. That could be true for some people. I'm sure maybe for not some, there's gonna be outliers. But if you grew up, showing my age, but I don't care. You live to live and age. But if you were growing up around in television, Atari, a Sega Genesis, Nintendo, Switch, all that stuff, GameCube, maybe not Switch, but GameCube. If you came up in that era when that was your childhood, then games will be a part of your life in some aspect for the rest of your life. Like that's just it makes sense because you came. It makes sense. It's like almost a part of your DNA. You know what I mean? Crazy, bro. And if they're coming out with games like GTA, which are very intriguing and interesting games, no matter what type of GTA player you are, whether you're somebody who does story mode, or you do side missions, or you just do free play in the online game, man. Listen, bro, and you got men and women alike playing that. And I definitely I've been good and didn't allow myself to get involved with the GTA like PC GTA because that's a whole nother world that is just hyper addictive, just like the other GTA is. Because you can just do so much more from the looks and just what you can do in the game, you know? So I purposely stayed away, even though I got a gaming laptop because I thought maybe we got it for Sims, but I was like, well, maybe I might play GTA on it also. Yeah, let's get the gaming laptop. But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, that GTA PC version is ridiculous. Yeah, I think Shy, Texas, or maybe Tokyo, next city in GTA list. Oh, I mean, but when will that ever release though? We got to get to GTA 6 before we get to the other ones. The other places, unless they're gonna let you travel to those places in GTA 6, which I haven't heard of, but I have heard that the map on GTA 6 is gonna be much, much bigger. And I heard rumors a long time ago, those rumors have left, but I heard rumors a long time ago that you would be able to travel to other states in GTA 6, but I don't think that's the case. That would have been crazy. Like if they had the map of the states, that would be too much of a game. Too much of a game, bro. You still haven't played 5. Wow. That's shocking. That's shocking. Never played GTA 5. Are you being serious or are you joking? Because that's crazy. 5 is something you need to try. And you got some time. May 6th is a little bit away, unless they push it back. Oh, okay, yeah. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear you. And that game can definitely be addicting, and other addictions can take you away from stuff too, man. Like I'm not gonna lie. I have to give that game a break too. Like for me, um, I was definitely on GTA 5 a lot. Then the TV that I had before started to mess up, and I wasn't able to. I was like lazy. I didn't go get another TV. The TV was good enough to where I could watch YouTube videos, but not good and clear to play GTA 5, but it would still work. So I had it as background music while I did stuff. Then I started to realize as I'm trying to do more TikTok and more YouTube that was kind of distracting me. Like I would be here trying to edit and edit or post something, but have the TV on and it would be a distraction for me. So being that the TV was already starting to mess up, I was like, let me just throw this thing away and not buy another TV. I just decided not to buy a TV for my recording room. I have a TV in the room, and if I want to watch TV, I'll go there. But while I'm here, I'm gonna work and just be focused on that, right? Because it was too much of a distraction. I was like, oh, I could play GTA for 30 minutes, turn into an hour and a half. And then the time just goes to the next day. So, you know, I took it out. I haven't had a TV in here for maybe a year, you know, maybe a little over a year. Ugh. But now there's a place that has some good TV for a good price. And right before I pick up 2K, I'm gonna go ahead and get that TV and bring it here in the studio or the recording room because I plan to make content. It's gonna be part of the content. Me playing GTA, me playing 2K. Some like I said, a good amount of my friends still are on there. They've been on there for years. They play competitive and stuff like that. A couple of them do stream. Then one of my good friends, he's putting in more effort into streaming video games now too, especially in the off season for NBA. So now we can kind of get some content in, or I can play against him in some content. So it's just that time again where I'm gonna go ahead and do it and just be disciplined. When I'm here, if I'm playing a game, I'm playing a game for the allotted time, stream it, get it together, and then move on or do whatever else. But luckily, the jobs that I do, the internet stuff, and then my other job, I'm able to kind of get those things in early in the day and have time time management is a little bit more effective nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. It's always about time management and being able to make sure that you can kind of get your time in for the allotted stuff you need. I've been practicing getting up a little earlier in the day, so that allows me to kind of do what I gotta do. You know, Um, yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see. Interesting times. A lot of distractions though too. So you still have to have time for yourself, your family, and things of that nature. So it's gonna work out though. Cause I feel myself going hard on 2K for maybe like 2 weeks, and then I'll probably ease off just enough to get my player to where they want to be, and then I'll be playing periodically to keep up my shooting and all that stuff when I play competitively in the streaming. Like if the streaming takes back to where it was before and get partnered on Twitch and more on my page, then I'll be on there more. But it all depends on how that works out, you know. But GTA gonna be a whole nother level. I'm telling you. We going in on GTA, bro. We going in on GTA whenever that thing decides to release. Get all my ducks in a row a month in advance, and for them first few weeks, don't bother me, type stuff. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun. Um, a little bit of both. Do you believe in always having clean sneakers, or you don't mind a little wear and tear? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I'll let a little wear and tear happen, and then I'll clean them up. I don't clean them up right after I wear them all the time, except for certain shoes. If I wore one of my favorite Jordans or something like that, or the Kyries that I like, if I wear one of them crazy for a long time and I notice a lot of marks on them, I might clean them same day. But for the most part nowadays, I don't. I don't really clean my shoes like that. Wear and tear shows character. Some shoes look better the more you break them in. Like the dunks and other shoes like that look a little better when you wear them in. A shoe like this, I might be a little bit more on top of it and make sure it can stay as bright green as possible. But like those olive or those khaki or those cargo khaki colored dunks, I probably let those age a little bit. Pandas, I don't know, because they're black and white. Maybe I want to keep them that way. But a shoe like this, I'm definitely going to try and keep them as clean as possible. But a lot of my shoes, I definitely don't mind letting them get a little dirt, man. That's part of them. And that's also why I try to fall back on getting so many shoes because you want to wear your shoes. You see the videos all the time of people letting their shoes sit around for a long period of time. When they want to bring them out years and years later, they try to wear them, they start falling apart. You don't want that to happen, man. I heard one thing that I've seen people do, some of the OG sneakerhead collectors out there. One thing that I've seen them do that saved their shoes from oxidation and crumpling, mainly the oxidation. If you put a towel inside your shoe box, it absorbs the oxidation so it doesn't apply to the outsole of your shoe or midsole. I've seen some of the bigger collectors do that, and that's apparently what helps avoid the oxidation. Like if you put a white, it could be whatever color towel. Mainly, I think a white. Most of the time, I've seen it was a white color towel. So I don't know if that's something that matters, but they'll put a white towel in there and put the shoe up for months and months. And when they go back to get the shoe, the towel will have like yellow stains or yellow marks, which would be the oxidation being caught by the towel as opposed to hitting your shoe. So that's something I've seen, and maybe I'll consider doing that for some shoes. I don't know, but I did see that that works because like these cases are cool, but like you have to kind of keep your eye on your shoe from getting dust and stuff like that because it's like open space in there. I think the black ones, the black colored cases work a little better for keeping your shoes from that stuff, but the black ones aren't always in stock, and plus the black ones cost a little bit more because of that reason. Um, but yeah, wear and tear for shoes definitely add character for sure. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can't go wrong with that. Big shout out to everybody here who's came by to hang out with me for however long you were here for. We've been live for about 2 hours in the stream, just chilling out, talking about a few different things. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the energy. What time is it? 1:02 a.m. Time flies when you're having fun, man. I started at yeah, I thought wow, time has definitely been flying. I had planned to start live at like 9:30. Which if you don't plan that early in the day, all those kinds of distractions, things start to happen, all that good stuff. So I didn't start till much later than that. This is how it goes. But we definitely will get a good night's sleep and get to it tomorrow, man. As I hope all you guys do too. We definitely gonna try to make this happen more often. I'm not gonna say no promises or nothing because every time I say I'm back, I'm about to stream every day, blah, 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 blah. It don't happen like that. So I'm just gonna try to be back again soon, very soon, very very soon. That's the goal. You know what I mean? So follow up if you're not following me. Follow me on other platforms too. I'm gonna figure out how to get that. I'm gonna try and get that overlay together so you guys can have my TikTok, my Twitch, and all that stuff to follow up because we definitely trying to go in on Twitch. If you guys are on Twitch, make sure you guys follow me. Bosco is the name. B0SSCO. That's how I was able to keep my name as opposed to just doing Bosco, Bossco. I think there's somebody else with that, so they wouldn't let me. I think that's what happened. But B0SSCO, it's all mine. Definitely dope. Big shout out to everybody in the stream. I do appreciate you guys coming through. Let me know what your next pickup is. Make sure you guys hit me up in the comments or the DMs, you know. And I'm about to get